The man I imagine, he's more than a name. A fire that's burning, a spark in the rain. He lives in the whispers of nights I can't sleep.
My name is Eli, and I'm 14 years old. I know I look calm right now, standing here with this microphone, but inside, I'm shaking. Not because I'm nervous to sing, but because this moment means more than I can put into words. I came here tonight not just to sing a song, but to tell a story. Not one filled with applause or fairy tales, but a story that's always lived in the quiet corners of my life. You see, I never knew my dad. Not even his name, not his face, not the sound of his laugh, or the way his hands might have held mine. Growing up, it was just me and my mom. She worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3, just to make sure I had what I needed. We never had much, no big house, no birthday parties with clowns or bouncing castles. But I had her, and she had me, and that felt like enough. Except, it wasn't always. Because when you're a little kid, and you see your friends at school holding their dad's hand, or playing catch in the park, or just saying, "Happy Father's Day," something inside you quietly cracks. I used to sit by my window at night and imagine himmy dad out there somewhere. I'd make up stories about what he looked like. Was he tall like me? Did he love music? Did he ever think about me? Mom told me once, softly, with tears in her eyes, that he didn't know about me, that it was complicated. And by the time she found out she was pregnant, he was already gone. She never said more than that. I never pressed. But deep down, I always hoped that maybe he'd walk through the door one day and say, "I didn't know, son, but I'm here now." That day never came. And then, just last year, I found out something I wasn't ready for. My mom had a stroke. It was sudden. She collapsed in our kitchen. I was the one who called 911. I was the one who rode in the ambulance, who held her hand in the hospital as the machines beeped and blinked and the doctors shook their heads. I watched the strongest woman I've ever known take her last breath, and something in me broke forever. I was 13. 13 and alone. After that, it was foster homes. Different houses. Different rules. People with kind hearts but eyes that didn't know my story. I stopped talking much, but I never stopped singing, because music became the only thing that didn't leave. It became my father when I didn't have one, my mother when I lost her, my voice when my own words felt too heavy. And then one day, I found an old letter in my mom's closet, folded, stained, and torn at the edges. It was addressed to a man named David, my father. In that letter, she told him about me. She told him I was his son, that I had his smile, that I loved to hum melodies in the car. She said she didn't expect anything from Heavenly that he should know. And at the end, she wrote, "He deserves to be loved, even if it's just from afar." I cried when I read that. Cried for the little boy who never got to meet his father. Cried for the man who never got to meet his son. And tonight, I'm here to sing for him. Not to blame him, not to beg him, but to speak to the space he left behind. I don't know if he's out there watching this, or if he's even alive. But I want to believe just for tonight that maybe he'll hear me. That maybe somewhere, in the silence, he'll recognize something in my voice. Maybe he'll close his eyes and feel something familiar. A flicker of the life he never knew he helped create. I want him to know that I turned out okay. That I'm not angry. That I forgive him. That I hope he found peace in whatever path he walked. And that this song, this moment, it's for him. For the father I never knew. For the questions that never got answers. For the hug I never received. For the love I had to imagine. I carry him in every lyric, every chord, every breath I take before the music starts. And even though we never met, I believe a part of him lives inside this voice. So tonight, I'll sing not because I want to impress anyone, but because I need to release the weight I've carried since the day I first wondered, where is my dad? I'll sing for the boy who waited. I'll sing for the man who didn't know. And I'll sing for the chance that maybe, just maybe, love doesn't need to be seen to be real. Thank you.
He walks in dreams I never knew, a shadow cast in shades of blue. He holds the world with just a glance, a fleeting hope, a fragile chance. The man I imagine, he's more than a name, a fire that's burning, a spark in the rain. He lives in the whispers of nights I can't sleep. The man I imagine, he's mine to keep. He carries the weight of stars in his hand, a heart that's unbroken like grains of the sand. His voice is a story I've yet to be told, a melody weaving through silver and gold. The man I imagine, he's more than a name, a fire that's burning, a spark in the rain. He lives in the whispers of nights I can't sleep. The man I imagine, he's mine to keep. But he's just a shadow, a ghost in my mind, a puzzle unfinished, a piece left behind. Yet somehow he lingers, a dream I can't shake. The man I imagine, my heart's only ache. The man I imagine, he's more than a name, a fire that's burning, a spark in the rain. He lives in the whispers of nights I can't sleep. The man I imagine, he's mine to keep.